Again, the Biafra Defense Forces have neutralized many Zoo military joint forces who came to Biafra land to buy innocent Biafrans. The battle is still ongoing and many of them have received heavy Woto. We shall allow you to watch the video of what happened, but this is an evidence to tell you that Ogbunigwe is active. It has destroyed many of the armored tanks and they left in tears. The battle is still ongoing and the neutralization of this terrorist group must continue until complete cleansing of the land of Biafra is achieved. Now watch this.
Moisa, the triple G, Moisa Nam. Here the parts of the armor tank. Today, being a Kamakate day, being Saturday. May 17, 2025, being Saturday, here parts of the armor tank, Jaja. There wouldn't have able to cause, there wouldn't have a also. Pine, they play the show, and Namoko, or the one you gave Buri inside our Jajin Kajacho. Kaharabu Munaili, Lebunda support all the Zoo Nigerian terrorists. Na bia agbanyi wo hantalile halile yakete yon no flofu ka bi hin obuli gwetiri high eleka akwo ta bo Saturday wa hieke May 17 2025 pa yan okwa ko si adi obere gbanyi je egbu onwe oga ile alubo ogo eji ofo alu ogo eji ofo alu ka ile alu ka halile ha bu ndesla ayi bu hin de ha gala aton de le woro ma manda mi ha mande baba agu ha mande Udo gachi ha ka ha halage all their joining task force silo obo anyi wabo mu Biafra bi he dere ha di hila ile kokun wono onwa anyi ha wure sila ya ja ga han chali ile ya tondola ala were on na di ihe kwensu jele eme ha ihe onwu jele eme ha ihe ike jele eme ha n'otu n'otu ma ha ma ụmụ ha ma ha ma ụmụnne ha ma ha ma ezinụlọ ha pa ihe bụ ihe ogbuligwe kụrụ ha ọkụrụ ha jaja ya na akpọ ka esi na believing because mana ha na-ekwe ihe anyị ha na-eje anaghị ekwe wepụta ya na social media ihe anyị na-eme ha anaghị ekwe wepụta ya na net because ha na-ewepụta ya na net ihe ifere ka ọ la-abụ nyere ha and ha ntu aka ji esiri ezobie ntu aka ji esogide ya mụ ala Biafra erikọcha ndụ ha nchele ile na ha Chukwu oke abịa ma mpa anyị dị triple G igwe maazị Butu ụzọ General Mosa.
Now, my Biafran people, I want you to watch till the end. I will explain how everything happened. But before I go into the explanation, I want to give you a kind of background information of what you need to understand. Now, remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was captured? What happened? Immediately they captured him, they went on a very serious aggression on the defense of Biafra to make sure that they neutralize the Biafra Defense Force, which at the time was ESN. They went heavy on them with propaganda, with their mercenaries, with saboteurs within the Biafra struggle. They were picking them. They were harming these commanders. They were dealing with the Eastern Security Network at that time. And they were postponing the court case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, what later happened? Mazi Simon Ekpa came up and then revitalized the defense force and then pushed them and equipped them the more and made them, autonomous. Yes, Simon Ekpa made them autonomous. They only receive certain directives from Simon Ekpa, but their day-to-day activities, they run it on their own. I tell you, Simon Ekpa made them take the activities and do what they need to do on their own. The only thing he does is to ensure that they obey and follow international standard and international practice, international law, what is guiding, defense of a people. Mazi Simon Ekpa always tries to make sure that they follow those rules. But if it is for them to make their decision and defend the land of Biafra, it is their sole prerogative to do that. He does not interfere. What he does is to provide the fund and make sure that they are heavily funded, and the Biafran people contribute collectively to ensure that the men are heavily funded, to ensure that they protect the people of Biafra against the terrorist invaders. Now, what happened? They now began to see that it is now impossible for them to encroach and deal with the defense force. They now saw that Simon Ekpa was standing in the line. They were postponing the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu until they now had opportunity to lock up Simon Ekpa in Finland. What then transpired? They now started looking for saboteurs within to be able to penetrate the defense force. But some of you do not understand. When we begin to tell you these stories, you think it is a joke. What did they do? When they discovered that it is going to bring a serious uproar, they began to do what? Facilitate the, quick and fast case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They facilitated the case, they expedited the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to ensure that they bring down the morale and the spirit of the Biafran forces, such that they will be expecting the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu while they will be playing ping pong with them. There's one thing I want to remind the Biafra Defense Forces. There's one thing Simon Ekpa will always say, that it is your activity that will lead to the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And today, I am telling you again, I am reminding you, it is your activity that will cause the release of Simon Ekpa and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do not allow anybody deceive you. Continue to hit these terrorists wherever they are. Remember, there's a video recently where they are saying that, hey, is it not you? We are already in your bushes, in your forest. Make your decisions. Come together and push. Begin to go into our forest and clear these people, because they feel they now have the leaders and they can now encroach and begin to destroy our lands, our people, just as they have done in the north, and they are still doing in the north. It is not going to be possible for them. So this is their plan. Immediately they began to facilitate. They now saw that there is need for them to repatriate or extradite Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. They were hastening the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu until they are now discovering that it is difficult to extradite Simon Ekpa. Have you seen how they now begin to elongate the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? That is to tell you that everything they have been doing is politics. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They know exactly what they are doing. I bet you this 21st and 22nd, I think 21st and 22nd, that they are going to go for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case again. They are going to elongate it again. They are going to elongate it again because they have seen it is difficult for them to bring back Simon Ekpa. So the only thing that will force them is to ensure that you take over their barracks, all their operating bases, everywhere they stay and cause their chaos. Begin to uproot them fast on a daily basis. Let there be something happening. Let it begin to go into international discussion. Let it become an international discourse. Then people will come and ask, what is going on? That was what Simon Ekpa said. Remember what he said. One of his last messages, he said, what we are doing will not stop. We will only continue what we are doing in the homeland and ensure that it increases, so that these people will remain restless and they will do the right thing. See, if you are not fighting for your freedom, you are not ready. Nobody is going to listen to you internationally. So the activities of the Biafra Defense Forces in the homeland is going to guarantee the success of whatever they are doing in international space. So ensure that there is a serious chase, such that there will be, limited power by this zoo government, that the power will continually and strongly belong to the people of Biafra and the Biafra Republic government in exile. And when the international community discovers this, they will know that these people are the true and real owners of the land. Now, what happened? Remember how they used to encroach Biafra land. They have seen that it is difficult to harm Simon. They continually come to fight the Biafra Defense Forces in their normal way. They thought they have done, harm to the Biafran people. They came again to cause chaos in Biafra land with their armor tanks, with everything, without knowing that the men are strong, they are hale, and they are hearty. They go nowhere. They have forgotten that the land belongs to the people and the owners of the land. And the spirit of the land will continue to stand firmly by the owners of the land. And when they came in, they received a gift of Obunigwe. Before, people will come out to tell you, hey, where is the evidence? Hey, if you say you did this, you did that, hey, where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? Some of you, I don't understand. You will be asking, where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence? Today, parts of their armor tank was disabled, and they were unable to go and carry it as they used to. The firepower was raining on them. They quickly towed the other one and ran away, just like they usually do. That thing you are seeing is a towing equipment. I will usually tell you that each time they come, they have a towing van. When Obunigwe destroys them, they have a towing van within them that always tow their vehicles and run away. If you look at what that part that the defense forces captured, you will see a towing equipment. That rope around that thing is a towing equipment. It can tow anything. And they will use it to tow their vehicle, carry the ones that are their personnel that have been buyed, and run away. That is their modus operandi, and that is why it looks as though you will not see many of their armor tanks. But when you go to their barracks, you see destroyed armor tanks everywhere. Who is destroying it? Have you asked yourself who is destroying them? Open your eyes and see what the men are doing, and continue to support the Biafra Republic government in exile. Continue to fund them so that they can be able to fund this defense of Biafra land. We continue to pray for you. We will continue to encourage you. It is not easy. Look at what the terrorists are doing in the north, sacking military bases, collecting taxes from innocent citizens of the land and dislodging them from their ancestral homeland. What has the president said? Nothing. What has the governor said? Nothing. What are the security men, the leaders, the chief of defense staff, chief of army staff, chief of naval staff, chief of air staff, what are they saying? Nothing. Because they are responsible. Remember what General T.Y. Danjuma said. I will leave you with the words of General T.Y. Danjuma. Thank you for listening. It is Biafra First.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.